Hello and a very warm welcome to all our viewers at Cricket Next. You are watching Morning Bulletin with me, Kanabali, and I'm here with yet another set of news for you guys from cricketing world across the globe. We'll start with the most important news lately, and that is that Ajit Agarkar, former Indian cricketer, has been appointed as the chairman of selector for the Indian men's national team. This Cricket Advisory Committee, that is the CAC, comprising of Sulakshana Naik, Ashok Malhotra, and Jatin Paranjape, they unanimously selected the former cricketer, that is Ajit Agarkar, on Tuesday after interviewing several applicants for the job, and Gurkha, with the fact that he was probably the senior most out of all of them, got the position. Agarkar represented India in 26 tests, 191 ODIs, and 4 T20s, in addition to playing 110 first class, 270 list A, and 62 T20 matches. So he has a great body of work. He has played a lot of matches for India and also for his domestic teams. And prior to this, he has worked as a chief selector for the senior Mumbai team, and also was a coach in Delhi Capitals. Just 2 or 3 weeks ago, Delhi Capitals let go of Ajit Agarkar and Shane Watson as their coaching members. And Agarkar's first job as the chairman of the senior national team, the men's team, will be to select the T20 team for West Indies, the five T20s that India will be playing in West Indies in July, August. And the Test and the ODI team has already been announced. Only the T20 team is left, and Agarkar will chair a meeting, a special selection meeting for the same, to select the T20 team for the five T20 guys. That will be his very first project as the chairman of selectors. And India was looking for a chairman of selector for a very long time now. It was probably thought that someone from the North Zone will be picked, but Ajit Agarkar, who belongs from Maharashtra, Mumbai, from the Central Zone, has been picked as the chairman of the national selection committee. And having a former cricketer himself as the chairman, and someone who has played a lot of cricket for India, uh, many are hopeful that he will go on to select good teams, and he will take bold decisions that are required during the transition of the Indian cricket team from the seniors to the youngsters. Many will be looking up to Ajit Agarkar to take those bold decisions and select youngsters, and help India go through this transition phase very easily. So we'll have to wait and see. His first project, as I said, will be the T20I series against West Indies. What will be his thought processes? What is his goals as a national selector, as a chairman of national selector? We'll see with that squad. We'll see the changes. Hardik Pandya is the leader of the T20I side, but we'll have to wait and see if certain IPL players who did great in IPL, that is players like Rinku Singh or Tilak Verma, will they get a chance in this T20I series against West Indies? Moving on to the next piece of news, Oli Pope, the number three batter for England in this Ashes, has been ruled out of the remainder of the series because of a shoulder injury. He sustained a shoulder injury during the second test at Lords, and um, he underwent scans on his right shoulder that showed that he needs a surgery. It's not a small injury. This injury will require a surgery, and he will probably miss this whole summer of England cricket, this whole summer. And there's no official replacement being announced by the England Cricket Board, and they believe that Dan Lawrence is expected to bat at number three for England in the third. third test match that is to be played from tomorrow at Headingley. So no replacement Dan Lawrence to replace Oli Pope, and Oli Pope has been ruled out of the remainder of the Ashes series. It's a big blow to England, considering that they have lost the first two matches, and these three, every match from here on, all these three matches are very, very, very important. Um, for England, and a player like Oli Pope, here the number three of the English batting lineup, has been ruled out. It's a very big blow to the English team, but as I said, Dan Lawrence is to replace him, and he'll be taking this up as a very big opportunity. Playing in Ashes is always a big thing for both the sides. Any player from both the sides. So England would be hoping that he takes up the responsibility and plays few good innings for England in this Ashes, because, as I said, all these three matches are very important. As Stokes said, that they have beat New Zealand and Pakistan 3-0, so they would be looking this as a three-match series, and they would be hoping to beat Australia 3-0. It's quite difficult, and quite difficult considering the fact that it's not just about cricket now. Ashes has gone one level up this year because of the controversies, because of the fights that has been happening on the field, and the Bear Show dismissal is probably the prime example of the situation that is between both these teams. The way Bairstow got out in the Lord's Test, and we all saw how he stepped out of the crease. After he ducked a bouncer of Cameron Green, he marked his foot, and then he stepped out, and the wicketkeeper Alex Carey threw the ball at the stumps, and they appealed, and Besto got out. And it has now come down to the laws of the game versus the spirit of the game. Everybody agrees it's out because it's within the laws, but England and certain England fans and former cricketers are bashing Australia for going against the spirit of the game, and not just the situation has gone up to such level that not just the players or the former players or the fans, but even the prime ministers of both the nations have entered the debate, and they have given their own statement. You usually don't see prime ministers entering into a cricket fight, an on-field fight, an on-field debate, but this is that kind of a situation. Both the prime ministers of England and Australia have jumped in. First, PM Rishi Sunak, the prime minister of England, he came out and he gave a statement that I stand with Ben Stokes, when he said that I will not personally would want to win a match like that. Ben Stokes in the post-match presentation said that I would not like to win a match like that. So I personally stand with Ben Stokes, but and the spokesperson, PM spokesperson, was the one who came out and gave this statement on behalf of PM Rishi Sunak. And you usually, as I said, don't see prime ministers coming out and giving statements for cricketing matters. But the Australian PM also then came out and he also defended his respective team. He tweeted yesterday he said that I'm proud of our men's and women's cricket team who have both won their opening two Ashes matches against England. Same old Aussies, always winning. Australia is right behind Elisa Healy and Pat Cummins and their teams, and look forward to welcoming them home victorious. So the line you see in the middle, same old Aussies always winning, it has been taken from the line that all the England fans have been, and even in the English newspapers, there's this big line saying same old Aussies always cheating. Even the England fans have been saying same old Aussies always cheating. So this slogan, the PM took this slogan and changed it to same old Aussies always winning. So you can see the fight, that the level that this fight or this debate has rather gone on to, the prime ministers of both the nations coming on and jumping in the on-field debate. After I have to say Johnny Bairstow dismissal was the trigger point, because uh, the debate of laws of the game versus the spirit of the game has taken the front seat, and cricket has taken the back seat as of now. The next test starts tomorrow, so we'll have to visit. Obviously, there will be repercussion, obviously, players will come out with that thought. Players like Johnny Bairstow himself, he will be charged up. Stuart Broad was charged up in the last test itself after Bairstow's dismissal. Broad came out onto the field and he was chirping continuously to the Australian batters. After every over, he stood his ground on the crease and he asked the keeper and the leg umpire if he please he can leave his crease, just sarcastically, just to show that you can't trust Australians, they will run him out any which way. So as I said, it has gone beyond cricket now. It is a different debate, a different fight amongst the players. So we would be hoping that no limit is crossed and the cricket becomes the real winner here, because the cricket has been of highest quality. Obviously, it has been overshadowed by all these incidents and all these happenings, but cricket has been of highest quality, and that is Ashes for you. Ashes provides highest quality cricket for all the fans, not just English or Australia fans, but fans from across the globe love to watch Ashes in their respective countries. And I guess they are giving more reasons for people to watch the Ashes, not just cricket, but also all these happenings and incidents. Moving on to the last piece of news, Zimbabwe, who were looking good to qualify for this year's World Cup, along with Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka has officially qualified for this year's World Cup. Now the wait is for the second team, but Zimbabwe, as I said, who were looking extremely good to qualify, has been ruled out of this qualifiers, and unfortunately, they won't be able to make it to this year's ODI World Cup in India. They had a match with Scotland. They lost to Sri Lanka before this, and now yesterday they had a match against Scotland, which they lost by a good 31 runs. Scotland came out to bat and scored 234 in their and 234 for 8 wickets in their 50 overs. Zimbabwe was successful to restrict them to 234, but when Zimbabwe came out to bat, they lost early wickets and they could only manage 203, and they got all out on 203 in 41.1 overs. So Zimbabwe has been ruled out of these qualifiers and they will miss out on this year's ODI World Cup. They were looking good once, but unfortunately, and there were some disappointed and sad faces in the Zimbabwe camp, obviously, because they could see the World Cup so close, the qualification of the World Cup so close, but unfortunately they miss out. Sri Lanka, as I said, is one team that has already qualified, and now the next game between Scotland and Netherlands will be a play of a knockout game, because the team that wins will make it to India for this year's ODI World Cup. So the next game between Scotland and Netherlands will effectively be a playoff game that determines who will take the trip to India this year for the ODI World Cup. That is something we'll have to wait and see. But hard luck for Zimbabwe. They played well throughout the tournament. They have been exceptional throughout the tournament, even beating West Indies on their way to these matches. But unfortunately, they lost the most important two matches. They lost when it mattered the most. So they'll have to miss out on this year's ODI World Cup. So this was this for today's set of news. You guys please subscribe to Cricket Next. Please follow us across all our social media platforms, be it Facebook, be it Twitter, be it Instagram. Ask us questions, give your opinions. We do a morning bulletin from Monday to Friday every day at 10 a.m. and then we do a live every day at 6:30 p.m. In the evening with different topics: Ashes, Indian cricket, World Cup, whatever, T20 leagues, Test Championship. We cover all area of topics from world cricket across the globe. Please tune into our live sessions. Ask us questions. We have an expert panel of many people. We have Jimmy Alter, we have Chetan Ulla, we have Chaitanya, we have KSR, K. Srinivas Rao, our group sports editor, doing lives for us, Anand Narasimhan. Uh, we have a lot of people on our expert panel to please ask us questions, give your opinions. We are more than happy to take those questions and your statements and your opinions and further discuss on them. So until then, please take care of yourself and have an amazing day today. Good morning, everyone.